Glasgow, Edinburgh, Kirkcaldy,
Fit like Clun, I'm David Barnett. You may ken me frae on videos on YouTube where I blether shite about running and that, but I'm a runner and all. Now, what you might have just heard may sound like complete gibberish, but I was in fact talking Scotch. Scotch is a rare, guttural, primitive form of English spoken by the primitive guttural tribes of Scotland in the very north of England. But as well as being a fluent multilinguist who can weave easily and effortlessly from English to Scotch in the blink of an eye, I'm also a runner with a 1 mile race time of less than 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Join me now aboard Harry Potter's Hogwarts Express as we head north of the border to the land of bagpipes, haggis and the Loch Ness Monster in this week's very special episode of David Barnett's Great British Parkrun Journeys.
Glasgow, Edinburgh, Kirkcaldy, Dundee, Arbroath,
Hi, I'm David Barnett, talking to you from the outskirts of Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland. Now in a tunnel. No longer in a tunnel. It's been a marvellous journey so far, quick with very few stops. We paused only at York, Darlington and Berwick upon Tweed and Newcastle, not necessarily in that order. And Edinburgh is the first stop that I'll be getting off at on this special journey north of the border. Now, something that may come as a surprise to you, despite my urbane sophistication and suavity, I'm actually Scotch myself, so you could say this journey is something of a homecoming.
Glasgow, Edinburgh, Kirkcaldy, Dundee, Arbroath, Freakham, Stonybridge, Ballinamore.
Scotland the brave, do we live in a cave? Edinburgh rock, rocks around the clock. Bonnie Scotland, where's your kilt? I'm a Sassenach and I don't give a. Hi, I'm David Barnett, talking to you from beneath the magnificent Kelpies, the symbol of the Union Canal, which is the inland waterway connecting Glasgow and Edinburgh. They really are quite a magnificent sight, aren't they? Nae bad. Cash, a camera's clicking, haggises kicking, hanging from a gum tree, a third world country, but flushed down the drain by the tree. David Barnett, standing beside the world famous Falkirk wheel. A marvellous piece of engineering that helps barges transfer from the Union Canal to the Forth and Clyde Canal, and you can see a boat using it right now, very slowly. Very slowly. Very, very slowly indeed. But you get the idea. talking to you from the Aven Aqueduct, the longest aqueduct and the highest aqueduct in Scotland. And in fact, it is the second longest aqueduct in the whole of Britain. Scotland the brave, do we live in a cave? Edinburgh rock, rocks around the clock. Bonnie Scotland, where's your kilt? I'm a Sassenach and I don't give a Hi, I'm David Barnett, talking to you from Dollar Glen in the heart of Scotland. And in the background there you can see Castle Campbell, once known as Castle Gloom, but changed its name when the family gave up their war with the MacDonalds to concentrate on the manufacture of condensed mushroom soup. And it really is quite a spectacular view, I think you'll agree. Now, another fascinating story with a personal link is that my grandmother once attended a conference here in the 30s or 40s on a trade union jolly. But anyway, let's get on with that park running, eh? Bye-bye. Hi, I'm David Barnett, speaking to you from Cramond on the outskirts of Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. I think you might have just seen behind me Cramond Island, only an island for a few hours a day, of course, when the tide is high enough to cover the causeway. So it's been an exciting journey this morning involving cabs and lifts. But I've just been informed that because of Scots' well-known delight in enjoying themselves on a Friday evening, that parkruns here take place half an hour later than their English counterparts. So I'm, in fact, rather than late, I'm actually early. So what else can we say about Cramond? Well, we know that Cramond was an important Roman settlement with Cramond Fort built around, I believe, AD 142. The port was used to supply the Roman army in Scotland, and the Romans may have used the island itself. During World War II, of course, soldiers found an early Christian burial site dating from, we believe, the 6th century, far back as that. And in more recent times, the island was used as an important part of the fortifications of the World War I and World War II defence of the Firth of Forth. Fascinating stuff there, I think you'll agree. But it's nearly that time, so let's parkrun. Hi, I'm David Barnett, talking to you from the finish line at Edinburgh Parkrun in Cramond on the Firth of Forth estuary. You can see behind me absolutely stunning scenery, probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite, parkrun so far. We've even given me a truly sweetie, which will probably prize out my fillings shortly. Really wonderful parkrun, ideal parkrun terrain. It's completely flat along the seafront, lollipop shaped. You go in a straight line, round a little knobbly bit at the end, and then run back. Markers all the way, really couldn't ask for any more. Although, unfortunately, I fear that the 3 different types of whiskey I sampled last night may have cost me a few crucial minutes. Nevertheless, did seem to be quite a good parkrun for me. Lost my watch, so we'll find out later whether it actually was or not. But absolutely beautiful. Really makes one almost proud to be Scottish, were it not for the fact that national identity is an artificial construct created by the ruling classes in order to divide us. Nevertheless, you can see the saltire fluttering behind me, and behind that the Black Castle, which is the flag of Edinburgh, capital of Scotland itself. Now, Edinburgh Parkrun was in fact the second ever Scottish parkrun to be created. As usual, the Glaswegians just had to go one better and do it first, but I think this is probably wins in terms of quality. Free sweets, a fantastic, very organised funnel system, very amusing introduction, and I took the time I had by arriving early to find out a few facts about this parkrun. I can remember that around 45 parkrunners will forget their barcode every week at this parkrun alone. There are on average 46 children running at this parkrun, 23 volunteers on average to make this happen. Around 79 average new registrations weekly. I could go on. I think maybe the most interesting thing was that it was the 22nd ever parkrun to be established in the world, and it is, as I've said, the second ever here. So I think that about wraps it up for this parkrun. Really a fantastic one. I hope you've enjoyed it even slightly as much as I have, because it's been great. Thanks, Edinburgh, and next time we'll be going somewhere even more unruly. See you next week. Bye bye.
S&P propaganda, living in